Hey guys, I'm just about to join a game playing this Time Sieve combo deck. This deck is capable of taking infinite turns if our opponent isn't lucky enough to have some disruption against us. Looks like I'm playing against Ostriz. I've played against this cat before, but I can't recall off the top of my head what deck he's going to be bringing. Waiting for him to decide to play first. This is a legacy deck. It utilizes black, white, and blue. The aim of this deck is to exploit Time Sieve, sacrifice 5 artifacts to take a turn after this one. We're going to keep this deck, this hand, it's okay. So obviously we're playing a lot of artifacts in this deck, border posts. Time warps here are great once we get our acceleration going to take some extra turns to generate a lot of extra card draw. Here's Tezzeret the Seeker. He's in here for tutor. He can call up some of our combo pieces. He can also accelerate our mana, and he can generate as a win condition as well, turning all of our artifacts into big creatures, 5/5 creatures to punch through for a win. Open the vaults. This is what really combos with Time Sieve. We sacrifice a whole bunch of artifacts, take some turns, cast Open the Vaults to refresh from our graveyard. So as long as they're not rocking anything like Tormod's Crypt or any other Relic of Progenitus, things like that, to exile our graveyard in one fell swoop, we should be able to combo out. It's a little bit slow of a deck. Here's our draw engine, Temple Bell. Let's go ahead and toss this guy out. It looks like he might be rolling with some counter spells. Let's see. Usually people aren't quick to counter spell a Temple Bell. They see each player drawing the card. We got a flasher. What's this? Shamble Shark. Doesn't seem like it's too big of a threat. So as long as he's not going crazy aggro and pulling more than 4 damage a turn, we still have plenty of a clock to get us going. Now, I could think about tossing down the Time Sieve now. I'll throw this Terramorphic Expanse, pull out a land. We got plenty of blue and black. We need our white mana for the plains. Let's throw down our Prophetic Prism. Voltaic Key here also helps with our acceleration. I like to use it to untap Temple Bell and get extra cards out of it that way. That really pays off when we're taking extra turns. Let's see, he's getting pretty close. Probably going to flash in another critter. Yeah, another Shamble Shark. It looks like we're getting pretty close to being able to go off with our Time Sieve. We could throw it down, or shoot, we could even put out our Tezzeret, but I don't think we need him. Another Evoker. Okay, so he's pumping his critters. This Evoke, I'm not too familiar with that mechanic, but so now he's getting into a dangerous range of being able to kill us in about 3 turns. I think we have enough time to go off, though. He's tapped out. No counter spells for him. I think this is going to be a good time for us to Time Warp. What's our mana count? 3, 4, 5. Yep, I think we got it. So we'll go ahead and take our extra draw first. Target ourselves with Time Warp. Pass the turn, we'll take another extra draw. Will we? 1, 2, we should have 6 mana right now. Gotta be careful on how we're tapping our land to make sure we're not using something that we're not supposed to do. Like Time Sieve takes a specific 2 mana. And let's go ahead and throw out this Prism. It looks like we've got 3 sackers. These Wellsprings and Prisms are strictly in the deck just to sacrifice to Time Sieve. I think we can pitch this Voltaic Key, and Time Sieve makes the 5th. 2, 3, 4, and 5 for an extra turn, and it will prompt to Time Sieve to sacrifice to itself. Yes, we do want to do that. We will draw the card, take the turn. That puts us at 8. And this is a cool thing. We can actually just pitch a Temple Bell, because when we open the vaults, we'll get it back. Here is our amulet. This is another neat little trick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 mana for open the vaults. Check it out. And we don't have any border posts in our graveyard right now. But with the Amulet of Vigor, whenever we do bring those border posts back, look, now we get an extra turn. Time Sieve. Do it again. 1, 2, 3. We can sack these border posts now. 4, 5. Draw another card. Take another turn. Go ahead and draw these. And we can just pitch any border posts that we draw. 10, 9, 8. Don't really need this Evolving Wilds anymore. 7. So here we are, we're just pumping and dumping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play our Wilds. When that land comes into play, it'll untap. Go ahead and get us another Plains. We can Time Warp. I would have liked to had enough blue to throw out a quest, the Ancient Secrets. Oh, now we got it. We still got this. This quest for the Ancient Secrets just once it has enough counters on it, we can pop it, and it fills our deck back with all of our Time Warps. And we're in business. Throw this Sculptor, play our land, draw some cards, play a Prism for 1 now. Draw the card again. Time Reversal is another fun one. And let's go ahead and untap our Temple Bells to draw even more. Play this Prophetic Prism for one, just more fuel to sacrifice to our Time Sieve. Essentially, from here, we just check it out. We can throw down another Time Sieve. We can untap another Temple Bell to draw that card. And whenever we have enough mana, essentially whenever we want to, we can start throwing down that Tezzeret and take an extra turn for the win. 3, 4, and sacrifice it to itself. Yes, we do want that. Go ahead and set up our auto, yes, auto trigger. Oh, here's another Time Warp. Not as potent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Without the, let's go ahead and ponder and see what we got coming up. Without the Temple Bells, but, it's still, I'll still take it. We don't want to keep this, we'll shuffle our library away. Evolving Wild, let's see what we can get from there. I think I saw a basic land in there still. Nope, yep, 1 swamp. Amulet, untaps it. What can we do for 3 mana with this in our hand? Nothing. Oh, here's little Jace. Let's go ahead and throw out Tezzeret. Pump him up once, untap 2 artifacts. It doesn't matter what we target. Go ahead and white. I don't think we have any basic lands left in here, but if we can get up to that 6 mana, then nope, we can't. So I'm playing this a little sloppy. I can untap this. I can get another blue instead. So just demonstrating real quick a easy playthrough. Go ahead and sacrifice these. 1, 2, 3. Yes to itself. 4 and 5. Take that extra turn. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Open the vaults, baby. This is how our combo goes. We gotta make sure we're not decking ourselves. But with Time Reversal and Quest, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And with multiple amulets out, we can actually pump a lot of mana by having it on the stack, tapping the Borderpost, and then getting an additional untaps with the amulets. So this is what I mean by it's oh, I didn't even need that mana. I forgot I had the Sculptor. Check it out. These, we could basically just pump mana here. Watch this. This is what I'm talking about. 3 amulets, untap it, and I can tap it again. Untap, Tap it again. These become dark rituals basically. Throw this Temple Bell out for 2. And I don't even need to do this. I'm just goofing. I do, however, want to take an extra turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and pop that key also. And that's game. Swing in for the one, play this island. Use Tezzeret. Use Jace. Don't care. I wasn't paying attention to what turn he ended on. But we got Tezzeret here. Nothing he can do. It's our turn 13. I think we just took like five or 6 turns in a row. All of our artifacts become 5/5s. Attack with all. And that is a ton of damage. Like, look at our clock. It's 10 minutes less than them. The one consideration with this deck is it comes down to the wire. So once you start going off, you got to be on it, paying attention to your triggers, tapping your mana correctly. Making sure that you are leaving yourself enough time in game 2 to where you can successfully find your win condition pieces. You can win by pumping up Jace Beleren and decking them that way with a combination of Jace Beleren and Temple Bells. Usually takes multiple turns. I mean, tons of turns going through your deck because he needs a 9 loyalty, I think, to pop him. So that's a few turns, three or four turns to pop him once, and then another 3 or 4 turns to pop him the second time. Usually it takes 2 times to. We'll go ahead and keep this hand. Not really a lot of terrible hands generated with this deck. Go ahead and throw down this Borderpost first, since we don't have an amulet. If you got an amulet in your opening hand, you want to throw that down first. And then of course later, turn 3 or on, you can hard cast some of these Borderposts and ramp up a little bit that way. Let's try to fish for another basic land and throw out this Voltaic Key. We don't get it, so we'll just throw this guy out. Oh, we already played our land, never mind. Thought it was turn 3 already. And again, he's not doing anything. His deck is a little too slow. No basic land again here, but we can still throw out our key. Would have liked to. Let's throw out our white Borderpost this time. And search up for a plains. I'm just popping my fetch land right now so I can F6 through his turn. Pass the turn to save on our timer. I mean every second counts when you're playing this kind of combo. And oh, he scoops. He's missing his land drops. That's why. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you get a good idea and had fun watching this Time Sieve. Don't forget to subscribe and keep an eye out on this channel. I upload games every week.